So it's about time I give you guys an update on my van build. I decided randomly to do this in the middle of the city because this van kind of looks like a delivery van, and with all the doors shut and the curtains closed, you wouldn't think anybody was in here like living. And I've just noticed a crack on my windscreen, so it's great. Let's just get into it. I'm going to put some timestamps in the description so you can skip in between different sections, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff to go over. The van looks really different compared to when it was when I bought it. But yeah, I've made heaps of changes, like aesthetically and also functionally as well. So let's get straight into it. So there's not really much going on in the cab, but the thing I have added is this iPad mini, and this is just so I can have like offline navigation anywhere. You know, I have all Google Maps like downloaded on this thing, and it's just on a RAM ball mount that I screwed straight into the dash, rough as guts. So yeah, I added that. That's been really nice for navigation and stuff. And I also added this power adapter thing, so it has two USBs and a 12 volt cigarette lighter port, and that's just drilled through the dash and hardwired in, so it goes when the ignition's on. Yeah, that's pretty much the only things I've changed inside the cab anyway. So probably the next thing I changed was I just added these curtains. It actually came with the magnetic blinds that clip on to all the windows, but you know, that looks a little bit sus from the outside. So I just added these kind of semi-blackout curtains so that when you're in here from the outside you can't really see anything. So if we go have a look, other than the solar panel and the roof vents and stuff, which you can't really see, you know, I can only just see them, and I'm 6'1", but looking from the front you really can't see anything. It's one of the reasons I haven't added windows to the sides, but I am still thinking about it. We'll see what happens there. Other than the paint, you know, I've decided to paint all the walls white and just kept the ceiling the natural color, just for a little bit of contrast. There was just so much wood that it was kind of overwhelming. I liked it at the start, but it got a little bit too much. Anyway, yeah, I've added a bit of white paint, which I quite like. Structurally, this was two big drawers that kind of were semi-pointless unless you were going to put all your clothes in it, I guess, or something, but they were no use to me. So I kind of modified it with a hinge, so it's a base now, and that's where it's just one big compartment where I can put like camera gear and whatever else in there. And then I added the Lagun Table that just kind of swivels around however you want to have it, and you can actually detach it and put it outside as well, which is something I'm probably planning on doing. And then yeah, I just bought those cushions from, I think they were like from the warehouse or something, so it's kind of like a lounge area, which is quite nice, and you can sit here and work, and obviously that door opens as well, so you can get a little bit more airflow if you want it. So the next thing I did was, if you look in the old video, there was like a big cooktop, it was like a Thetford triple burner and oven combo built into the bench. I was never going to use the oven combo. I thought I might, but I didn't, and I was never going to. So I ripped that bench off and just put another one, because these are real cheap. This is just from Bunnings. Made it a desk. So I am planning on putting a monitor on the wall there somehow, and my computer in here. I just need to get a bigger inverter, because I only have a 350 watt inverter still, which is what came with the van. So I've just got this little chair here, and that just allows me to kind of sit here and you know, work away. If I have my monitor here, it'd be really good, and I'll have a place to dock my laptop on the wall. And then yeah, I just cleaned up the cabinetry around this kind of area. This wasn't here. This was just a big open spot for where the water tank goes. That's the dirty water. And then I just built the heat vent into the side there for the diesel heater, so it just looks nicer. And I framed out the fridge a little bit nicer. That was just kind of sitting in there quite loose. So yeah, framed that off. Kitchen wise, I was planning, the idea was to put this area here as just a desk work area, and then I was going to put a smaller sink in this area, so just like a half size sink, leave the tap here, and then put like a 2-burner cooktop here. And I probably will still do that. It's just a little bit of a mission because the drawers underneath it and the way the gas is and whatnot. So, and then I added this wall, yeah, just screwed straight in with like pocket hole screws all the way around, so it's real strong. And then I have a shelf here for like tea, sugar, spices, salt, pepper, whatever. This little carabiner hook dealio for paper towels, because don't underestimate paper towel holders. But it also allows me to lean up against this when I'm on the bed, so I can kind of lean my back up here, you know, have the doors open and look out the window and work on my laptop or whatever. So that's really nice to have. I just have that cushion that sits up like that, so you can imagine what that's like. And then of course I had to add some hipster plants, because what kind of van life video is a van life video without greenery in your van? So yeah, I'll show you what I do as far as cooking goes anyway, soon when we get into the garage area. But that's pretty much it in terms of living area, like cooking, kitchen area, lounge area. So, and then obviously I added this kind of area where I can like put clothes and whatever, and that's just got another bungee cord to hold stuff in. I also added that LED strip behind that. That's great at night. So if I turn these lights off, you can just, I mean, you can't really see it now, but it's got a remote so you can change the brightness level and the colors. So if you want to get sex mode on, just put the red, blues, yellows, greens, and then I just have another Velcro strip here so I can put the remote there and I'm in bed if you want to turn it off. So yeah, that's nice for a bit of ambience. Pretty much it for the inside, I think, apart from like cleaning up little bits and pieces, like rounding off edges and stuff like that. Everything else is kind of the same. I still want to do a lot of work down here where the batteries are. We'll see how that goes. Just quickly, if you guys don't want to watch the other video, this is where the diesel heater thing is. That's quite nice. It works bloody mint. And then down here is my lithium batteries. So they are two 100 amp hour lithium deep cycle batteries, and they are mint. I've never got below 80% so far. Yeah, oh, and then I added this little hook thing for keys. That's quite handy, pretty self-explanatory there. I did add this battery charger. So this is a DC-DC charger that goes from the car battery to the lithium batteries and just charges it while you're driving as well. So, you know, in winter now there's not much sun and the days are shorter, so this just keeps the batteries maintained, and that's what that fuse is here. That's just to ensure safety. So I've got a 70 amp fuse. I got to cover that up still. I want to make a box around it. But right, so going around to the garage area, so I've done just a few kind of adjustments. So this is the cooktop that I'm using. It's just a Gasmate cooktop and the small gas bottle, and I just sit that on that bench, and that works mint, honestly. I don't really need anything else for the amount that I cook. And then I added that surge tank and that double water flow system. So this is the clean water tank. Anything that comes out of there goes through the filters, through the surge tank, through the filters, and then out into the tap. Oh, and I added this little light up here. This is like a sensor one. So you just kind of like hover your hand over it and it turns on. So that lights up the garage area at night. So that's handy. My neighbor gave me that, so thanks to him. And I keep my skateboards in here too now. So I've got the Evolve Stoke board. That is really awesome. It's an electric one. So that's great for like parking. If you have to park somewhere ages away and you want to go to like a cafe or whatever, you can use that. And then I've just got my Power Flight deck as well. So these are the blinds that came with the van, and they are the ones that they have like magnets in them, and they just clip in there. I think they're from a company called Strawfoot or something, but yeah, they go all around the van, all the windows, for like proper privacy, and I just leave them on the back. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it for the van update. Still lots of things to do, still lots of plans, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it so far. I haven't been able to use it a whole lot because we've been in lockdown again, and you know, but I'll hit the road again in a couple of weeks hopefully. So we'll be making a bunch more videos on the road, doing photography and whatnot. I think if I do any more modifications to this van in the meantime, like anything from this point on, I'll try and document that process as well, especially if it's something complicated you guys want to learn about. Yeah, thanks for watching anyway, and see you in the next video.